Hey guys, I know that things have felt really stressful and argumentative amongst the members of our group, and I really hate it as much as anybody else. But there is one thing that my teammates and I need to tell you.
No matter whatever.
No matter whenever.
No matter wherever.
Whoever we are winners together.
It was all made up. We didn't mean any of it.
We realized that the guilds didn't represent what the whatever was all about.
Just being together and having fun doing crazy things.
So we decided that with the tearing down of the Great Berlin Wall, we could tear down some walls of our own.
The walls between the guilds themselves, bringing us back together like the one big family that we used to be.
Next Wednesday's happening was planned to be the Civil War. So we're trying to drum up some conflict and turn it into an all-out Nerf guns and Nerf swords fight to the death.
So that means that nothing mean that you saw from us in the last 2 days was actually real.
No more annoying posts on Facebook.
Or the rude comments.
Or the mean stuff in the group me.
Heck, even the Midnight Rescue Team revolution was a fake.
None of that was real. Trust me, I never intended for any of that to be alarming to any of you, but it just turns out that our planners are way better at acting than I expected. Oh, and speaking of actors who are sorry that they did a little bit too good at their jobs.
Whoops. Yep. So they really bought it, huh? Yep. So that mean we get to go back to being friends again? Always. But if we don't hate each other, how can we have a civil war? Well, we could just blame it all on Nathan for starting the guilds and all that stuff, and then we can just, gang up on him? Get down, Mr. President? Oh, he's gonna get down.
Oh, please, no. Yeah, it's true. I'm behind the impeached Nelly 2K15 movement too. Look, I know that you just got that fun video from all of us about why it happened and why we're sorry, but I want to apologize to you individually, personally. We wanted to do this Civil War thing because we thought it'd be funny, because we thought it would be kind of a dramatic way to finally get rid of the guilds and bring us closer together through that, and it backfired. And I could not be more sorry for that, because it did the opposite of what we wanted. And I just want to make sure you guys know that I did not think it all the way through. I should have acknowledged these possibilities, and I'm sorry. Even though we did what the whatever does, and we tried a lot of really new and unique and kind of weird things, it's time to consider going back to what used to work so well for us, which, if I may summarize, is just to have a refuge, a safe and fun and accepting place to do fun things with really great people. That's all that I want. So it's time to celebrate getting rid of a lot of this extra crap. So I made you this little presentation. I hope you enjoy. These are the announcements for what is changing in the whatever going forward and why you guys should be excited about that. Number 1, the guilds and everything that they've done in personalizing your own journey at Baylor, awesome. Dividing people so that they feel too competitive or pressured to only hang out with one certain small group, you're not doing it anymore. We are going to celebrate being one big group like we've always been this entire time, but that we'll get to focus on without the presence of these guilds. Number 2, maybe I liked the Whatadex, but it makes no sense because nobody understands it. I want to be able to celebrate your achievements, but we can do that in some other way. So who needs the Whatadex? No guild cup, no fancy stats or tracking of things. We might give you guys points for just showing up to stuff so we can celebrate those of you who are most loyal to us and do the most cool things. But we're going to not use something as crazy complex as the Whatadex so you can say goodbye to that thing. Number 2. The hero's journey, or the weekly scavenger hunt that we wanted to start this week, we're going to put this aside for a little bit. We might come back to it next semester, but for now, we're just going to focus on having fun together as a large group, not on our own personal adventures. And number 4 is the most exciting one that I want to talk to you about right now. I just don't want there to be that separation anymore between leaders or second semester, third semester, freshmen, sophomores. I don't want any of that anymore. So what we're going to start doing is focusing on what I would like to call the same level principle, that me and officers and prefects or students and all these things, that used to be in these positions are going to come back together like it used to be as one group in which different people stepped up to make cool things happen. That's it. It's just going to be a group of students who love to make cool things happen. And I'll explain that in a second, but let's talk about all of the things that we, as the whatever, are just going to open up to all of you guys so that there are no secrets anymore between me and you guys, or between leaders and veterans and new members and everyone in between, because we're all on the same level. Here we go. Number 1, if any of you guys wanted to see what your guild test was, how well you scored, fine, go ahead. This is for you, because we want to make sure that you guys know why you're put in your guild or what personality traits about you we really find cool. We'll even give you the analytics and stats over what the test actually looked like. Number 2, up until this point, we've had a big box of ideas that only a few of us have been allowed to look at because we didn't want to spoil the surprise for anyone. Well, guess what? We don't want to have secret or vague events anymore because we want to make sure everybody is in on it. So we're going to post a link to the big box for you guys to type in your own ideas for crazy adventures that we can have in the future. Number 3, instead of having somebody like me choose every single event that we do every week, why not get everybody involved? We are going to have a completely non-mandatory but endlessly open creation station. A group made for certain individuals who like to host or coordinate these events to talk to one another and decide amongst themselves what they feel is the most fun thing to do. It will no longer fall on me because we all will get to decide what fun adventures we have on a week-to-week basis. Number 4. Honestly, I just feel so bad about the way that the last 2 days have gone and what some of you have been feeling for the last few weeks with all this intense pressure and stuff, that literally the only idea that I have on my mind for the whatever is this one. It's an apology pancake night at my apartment on campus. We're going to be giving you guys the invite tonight, but it should be a really fun way for me to get to meet some of you that I haven't yet, and honestly for us to begin thinking about some of the fun stuff that we want to do this semester. And the 5th and final one brings us right back here. I know that this has been a joke for a really long time, but I distinctly remember last semester telling the whatever that I didn't like being called a cult leader or being called president or being called, because I felt like it was unnecessarily separating me from the rest of the pack. I don't ever, for the rest of my time at Baylor, all 200 days or whatever, I do not want to be this person to you guys. That's stupid. I'm friends with most of you, I hope, still. And I just want to continue that and not be this weird dual-faced person. And so, anyways, that it takes us to the last part, which is the same level. And maybe you guys wanted to impeach me. Even if you didn't, I've decided that I'm going to step down from the lion turtle position. Well, technically, there really won't be a lion turtle position. No person is going to be choosing all of these things and making it happen, because we're going to do it together. And I might be excited to host events or be the person to speak about certain things, but I'm not going to be the decision maker within this group. And I think that's really important, because then it just opens it up to you guys. And you might have noticed that the paper said no more lion turtle. I'm really proud to announce that I will be taking upon myself my hero name, which, if I had had the chance back when you guys made yours, I would have called myself the Muffin Man. That's everything. And I just hope that this really makes sense to you guys, that we're making this massive transition from a highly structured, organized, point-based, driven motive sort of society to, seriously, just a group of people that collectively come up with fun things to do, encourage one another, and do stuff together, whatever that happens to be. Because no matter what that happens to be, as long as we are together, we will have so much more fun for it. And I'm really sorry that it took me that long just to find out, to see that. But I am in love with what is going to happen next. So For those of you who have stuck around since the beginning, for those of you who are just joining right now, and for anybody else that we as a group will get to touch for the rest of our time here at Baylor, thank you. I seriously love all of you guys a lot. And I'm excited to see where this goes. So, Sick 'em Bears, and I'll catch you guys soon. Fucking ever.
It's a secret. Started to punch that.